Guys, I'm sure you're disappointed in the loss, but the fact that it was anybody's game with 10 minutes to go, can you take any solace away from that? But for both of you?
Yeah, I think first of all, our defense played their ass off. The whole game, props to them. They did everything they could. Offensively, I thought, we put drives together, just couldn't finish them. So obviously something we gotta work on, but super proud of our defense. Those guys, like I said, balled out and gave us a chance to win.
I guess flip side of that for the defensive side of things, a lot of times, you could take a lot of positives from it. With losses, you always want to, learn something from it. If it's just a loss, then, it's meaningless. But trying to gain some things from it, we got a lot to clean up defensively, especially kind of, limiting explosives in the back end. I had one I really should have got better at, and then a couple just miscommunications in the back end. And so, that's, it's week 2, got a lot of time to get better, but I guess defensively, we played a good game, but it's tough when it feels like it slipped away from you at the end of the game, and so that's one thing I feel like we need to focus on is being able to finish, and I think we wouldn't have this feeling that we're having right now.
Coming into the game defensively, I mean, did you guys see that there were opportunities like this for you guys to, especially in the first half? I know things kind of got weird there late, but just that performance in the first half, kind of outside that one drive, pretty much held it in check.
Yeah, Coach Simons and the rest of the defensive staff, they, put us in, great positions. We knew how fast that they went all week. We were trying to get great looks from our scout team going as fast as they could. We went against the offense a couple of times, made them go as fast as they could. So we really felt, really prepared. We knew what we were going to get out of certain formations, and it showed up. Obviously, lack of communication, here and there, gave up touchdowns, but for the most part, we knew exactly, for the most part, what we were going to get out of these different formations.
Seems like the offense is maybe just like one click away from really connecting and really being good. How much work has to go into that? Is that settling down in certain situations? What kind of goes into everybody kind of finally getting on the same page there?
Yeah, like I said, I thought we put together some good drives. Once we got past the 50 into that 40-30 red zone range, we halted a little bit, and I think that's where we really got to hone in and get better at finishing those drives in the red zone. Whether it was a miscommunication or a missed assignment, we just had that one thing that kind of threw the whole drive off, but all fixable. So it's right back to the chalkboard, right back to doing what we do. I think we can clean it up.
That 2-point conversion, did you ever lose sight of Preston?
Maybe for a second. I think it was 4 or 12 or someone was turned into a face guarding deal. So it was, I probably lost him for a second there, but Preston made a great throw, trusted me to make that catch, and I got to do it for him. So it worked out. But.
Coming into an environment like this with 80,000 people and a nationally ranked opponent, you've got a talented quarterback, but he's still a young quarterback. What did you think of Preston's performance today?
Preston played really well. He played his heart out. That dude is tough as nails, and I trust him completely. So like I said, I think he played really well, and I'm excited to see what he does for the rest of the season.
I know you guys thought you had a good defense coming into the year, had a solid game last week, but against this kind of opponent, how much belief does that add to the room that, like you said, if you make those little fixes, this can really be an elite defense?
Yeah, and having obviously a lot of hype that we had came in with, knowing we had got guys that came in and transferred in, and we also had guys that were still on our team and got a lot better from the spring and also to training camp, and now you're seeing the fruits of the labor now. But that's one thing we always kind of hold our hat on. We want to be an elite defense, and we know that we have the pieces and the coaching staff and just the players and the depth to do that. And so when it comes down to like menace or just little things as communication, like that's when you get frustrated as a defense, when it's not it feels like you beat yourself more than the opponent had ended up scheming you up or doing some things like that. And so it gives us a lot of confidence moving towards next week, but obviously we got to learn and get a lot better, just at the day one little things, and so that's where our head's at.
I know you guys haven't been at SMU long, but this is the type of game that 5-10 years ago would have been over at halftime. Was kind of a show up, get kind of drilled, and go back home. What does it say about this group that you guys were in it there to the very end, and this program has really taken that step forward.
Yeah, I think it's a completely different mindset. You know, we came into this game expecting to win fully, and you know, it's obviously sucks that we lost, but we battled to the end, and I think we're all proud of that. But like I said, we expected to win this game as much as any other game on our schedule. So I think that's where we're at. We want to be that type of team, and you know, we're getting there. Steps have been taken.
Yeah, I think it kind of speaks to kind of the maturity of the team and of this group that we have. A lot of guys, you know, play some ball, and you know, just young guys that are just mature already as it is, and so kind of just gives us a sense of, you know, we just got to be a little bit more persistent, but we know kind of how talented we are, and we know how good we can be when we're firing on all cylinders, and so we know we can, you know, beat any opponent that's on our schedule. And this, as Jake said, this was just another game on the schedule for us. Dope environment, obviously, but you know, when you strap it up and you know all the cloud settles, we just know it's just guys, X's and O's, and so that's kind of where our head's at.
Jake, as far as getting there with that one click that Jordan kind of talked about offensively, is it like simplifying things here and there that maybe might just help you guys click a little bit more?
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, still early in the season, a lot of things
Yeah.
to clean up. You know, a lot of young guys on the field. You know, all sorts of things. Could be a lot of different things, but like I said, fixable. You know, not things that are going to hinder us. Hopefully in the future, things that we can go in Sunday, Monday, and get fixed right away, and we'll be better for it. So, learning lessons.